So 2 years ago, I was making a guest appearance on an internet TV show called Food Freedom. On a particular show, there was a new sponsor and he was being interviewed. And of course, it was live, but we were not in the same room. It was like a Zoom meeting that got recorded. It was internet TV. And so I'm sitting silently in like a little hold bucket. I can see everything that's going on. I can hear everything that's going on. And on the commercial breaks, I'm allowed to speak. Okay. Now, the name of the company is called Super Patch, and the CEO and the inventor of the product, his name is Jay Dollywall, and he is an engineer. And so as he's speaking, I understand exactly what the hell he's saying, and what he is saying is freaking me out in a good way. You see, at that time, I was on the verge of losing my surgical practice because of a rapidly progressing autoimmune disease. I'd gotten a COVID vaccine, and within 2 weeks was beginning to lose, in fact, I did lose access to my entire body, collapsing in front of a car while crossing the street. I almost got hit by the car, broke my nose. And so I felt like my health was in jeopardy. And here I am in the wings, listening to Jay Dollywall talk about something called a super patch. And in particular, he was talking about something called a freedom patch. And the freedom patch was for pain, no narcotics. That's critical for me. I've never taken a narcotic in my life. He's talking about a non-medicated therapeutic patch that you put over the area of pain, and 80% of the people who do that have less pain. Or rather, I should say, 95% of the people who do that have 80% less pain. More accurate. Well, I couldn't believe what I was saying. And he's describing the technology to me, and it's making sense to me. It's like biofeedback. It's biofeedback for your brain, except it's constantly talking to your body. You don't have to participate in it at all. You put it on the skin. It sends a signal from that skin area to your brain, and it mitigates the pain by doing so. That, to me, makes sense. This is what a local anesthetic does, right? So that's what my brain was thinking this technology kind of was, sort of like a local anesthetic, even though there was no medicine, whatever the texture was functioning in that way. Okay. I look up superpatch.com. I buy these patches. Like, now, sadly for me, I spent hundreds of dollars on this stuff. And he's like, oh, I would have sent you those so you could trial them. I was like, no, no, what you said was enough for me to buy it. And so I bought it. And to this day, I have a subscription of 5 different patches that I pay for on a monthly basis. Everyone thinks I promote this stuff because I'm given money. I do now sit on the medical board, and so I do consulting work. And yes, they pay me for consulting work. But I pay for the stuff that I am wearing, and I'm wearing 5 of those patches right now as we speak. I'll explain those in a minute. But those patches, within 3 days of wearing that patch, my life was completely transformed. I was able to walk up the stairs. And for someone who's not hurting, you don't understand what I'm talking about. But I was unable to walk up and down the stairs in my own home, to the point where I thought it was dangerous. Like, I worry every time I walk up the stairs, I'm going to fall and break my neck. And how nice it was to be able to walk up the stairs and be able to do it. Now, I still had to support my weight. I don't have to do that anymore. But at the time, this was a miraculous change. And there's a patch called the Peace Patch. I'm like, hey, I'm down with that right now. So I bought some of those. And at first, I didn't think it was doing anything for me until about 14 hours after wearing one. I'm driving home. Someone cuts me off. And I instinctively would have let out a litany of curse words, but I didn't. I thought, huh, jeez, where's the fire? And I made a joke instead of saying something egregious. And I thought, wow, I wonder if that peace patch works. And it does. It works like a freaking champ. Like it's my Christian faith in a Band-Aid. You know what I'm saying? Like, at all times, I truly have an easier time resisting Being snippy. It's like it helps me just kind of see things from another person's perspective. So I like that because as a doctor, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not supposed to be annoyed with all of the complaints that everyone has. Why are we really here complaining about a complaint that everyone on the planet has? But when I'm wearing a peace patch, I'm like, oh, that is very interesting. Right? So it helps me. It helps me be a better doctor. It helps me be a better person. It certainly helps me in the operating room maintain an even keel, which is critical. When the fit hits the shan in the operating room, you don't need people acting like lunatics. And so the more I can keep that under wraps, the better.